Starting our list at number 25 is one of the most underrated henchmen in one of the most underrated fights in currently one of the most underrated Bond films. So this is at the end of the film when one of the great sets ever made of all time, Volcano, the lair for Blofeld, and it's that secondary room which is so good. Austin Powers again spoofs all this because it's got the piranhas. We've seen the threat though; we know they're there. Don't
Exactly. Yeah. And there's this threat of the bridge that can,
we? Yeah,
collapse down. So you kind of think, is that going to be part of the fight? Is that how
Yeah.
Bond's going to win? But no, you guess wrong about that, which is always a nice thing when you think something's going to happen, but actually Bond's got a different idea to what you might predict, which is a great way to kind of entertain.
Bond needs to get that key in order to, get back into that control area.
Yeah.
Because you need that key in order to abort, the shuttle. So it's crucial that he gets it, and the only way he's going to get it is by defeating this big blonde, presumably German henchman.
The use of furniture is outstanding again. I think Connery's performance in this is absolutely brilliant. Like, apparently he was out of shape and he doesn't look very good anymore. But the way he moves, like when he grabs he puts his legs on his neck and then uses it and flip. That's him doing it.
Yeah,
just so many bits. When he's got him strangled at the fireplace and he's You're waiting because you know the fight quite well. You're just waiting for Bond's next move, and he's
like Matt said. Hans is the absolute definition of an obstacle here. We need that key. You need to get hold of it. The idea is so straightforward and simple. If you want that key, you're gonna have to get it off this big guy. When Bond has come into this room, I think the audience is as surprised as Bond to see him and think, "Oh no," kind of, like I've forgotten about the threat that he possesses right now. When we need to be moving things along, time is ticking. And now you're faced with Hans. It's like, oh no, I'd forgotten. But it's just so big, just so wide and broad and clean. Completely clean shaven and absolute no vulnerability to this guy. Almost like a robot. Like, how are we going to beat him?
You're going from set piece to set piece, and sometimes from building up that to that crescendo of the ending. But I think it's also like we were saying, like Hans is such a big character that Bond doesn't pause to he goes at him. Like, there's a swagger about Connery, like he's going to get stuck in here. He doesn't pause for thought at all until he gets smacked in the face. But I think it's quite an interesting way it's shot, isn't it? With it sort of almost like a point of view kind of camera does something quite different. It's really close. Yeah, the set is marvelous, lovely roaring fireplace. He squares up to him, and they have a scrap. As soon as he gets that key, he's off. He's not going to try and finish him off. He's trying to get out of there because he's got a mission. He's not bothered about finishing Hans off. So I think it's quite interesting that he sort of gets dragged back into it, and he ends up killing him simply just to get away rather than to kind of get past him. So great scene.
It opens with a super rendition of the Bond theme. This fight scene. I love the stuff all over the walls, the art, the set is just it's arguably the greatest. I think it's right up there. Unconventional. It's grubby. They're fighting for their lives here. They're slipping and sliding. I love Connery's grey pajamas are so good for fighting in. Really good. But they're in separate uniforms that are easy to follow. You can follow who's doing what to each other. It really does. It really does. But any film, honestly, when there's a fight and there's a bonus animal threat somewhere, I absolutely love it. It's Bond saving the world, but he's got to do it one bit at a time. And this is the next, I love that word obstacle, because then, you're right, I forgot that. As soon as he gets the key, he's like, right. And of course he gets stopped, but he's not sitting around. He has the world to save. Mission first, always. Just love it.
It's such a good ending as well, isn't it? As how he defeats Hans. You've mentioned childhood, Rob. I'm fairly certain Matt and Tom, at swimming pools, would try and recreate this, wouldn't we?
Yeah.
Because it's
so dangerous.
But you can give it a go. This is something you could try. It's so satisfying.
But it's using his wits, because he's using essentially Hans's force over him, take advantage of that.
Yeah. Oh, good on the webcam, that man.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Of course, it ends with Bon Appetit.
Yeah.
Bon appetit.